This lecture was prepared exclusively for Widener University. My name is Carrie Pallas. I'm an instructional designer and a professor. Today, we'll be learning about formative assessment. Formative assessment is a learner-centered way of approaching education. Formative assessment, when it's used properly, will transform the learning process. It will align best your course objectives and your course goals. Formative assessment has been proven to improve student learning outcomes. Let's talk about the history of education. Historically, education has been teacher-centered. This was the old sage on the stage approach to education. Today, students expect a more contemporary, student-centered approach. Historically, students were required to memorize large amounts of information and to then explain and demonstrate what they had memorized or learned by memorizing the data in high-stakes exams or by writing high-stakes paper. Again, this is the old way of teaching people, the old way of educating. This way produced variable learning outcomes. Today, on the horizon, what is rising is a more student-centered approach to teaching. This is the learner-centered approach. This approach is focused on meaningful learning experiences for students. We're not looking to have students memorize data. We're looking for ways to use practical, authentic experiences and assignments to help them understand and find the learning meaningful. One of the ways we do this is by using formative assessments. Formative assessments are assessments that occur throughout the learning process. They tend to be smaller and worth less points, but they help you and the student understand in real time if learning is occurring. This can help promote thought-provoking participation. And this is one thing we really strive for in the online learning environment, is getting students to engage with you, the instructor, and with their peers in class in a way that's thought-provoking, not just them restating definitions or things that they've learned in class. Finally, the new way of teaching is really focused on targeting learning outcomes. We really focus on aligning what your course learning objectives are with the actual learning outcomes that students are going to attain in your classes online. In this lecture today, we're focused on the concept of formative assessment. So let's back up for a minute, though, and take a closer look at that historical approach. This will help you understand why we're moving towards formative assessment. In the old historical approach, a class was primarily graded using high-stakes exams and papers. In this example, we're looking at a class that's worth 400 points. So you can see the student would earn 20 points for participation, 80 points for completing homework, 100 points for completing a midterm exam, 100 points for a final exam, and 100 points for turning in a final term paper. 200 points in this class, 50% of the class, is wrapped up in those two exams, the midterm and the final exam. If a student doesn't test well, this could be a problem for a student. If a student has test anxiety, this could be a problem for a student. If a student has a language, a first language other than English, the way that the questions are worded and presented could make passing those two exams challenging. So it's really important that you focus on and understand that having more than 50% of your course grade points available through testing might not be the most beneficial for your students. A more contemporary focus is going to replace those high-stakes exams with multiple opportunities throughout the semester for the students to demonstrate what they're learning and to earn points. In this example, we've taken 10 small assessments worth 10 points each And we've taken, instead of one final exam, we've recast that as 4 smaller exams, each worth 25 points. So more assessments. More assessments sounds like more work, but think about it this way. It gives students the opportunity for the students to have more contemplation, more thought about what they're learning. It gives the students the opportunity to demonstrate more learning. And it gives the students the opportunity to earn more points towards their final grade for class. I know that you're focused on the students learning, but we have to remember that the students may be focused on earning points for their grade. Now, the way we do this is not through more work. The way we do this is through more SMART assessments, more SMART formative assessments. And as your instructional designer, I'm really good at this, and I'm going to help you learn how to do it. So these SMART formative assessments that we'll create in your online learning classes will be learner-centered. They will transform the learning process. They will best align your course learning objectives with goals, and they're going to improve student learning outcomes. How are we going to do all of this? We're going to maximize the power of the learning management system, the LMS, to reduce your grading load. So even though there will be more assessments, it will be easier for you to focus not so much on grading long-term papers and tests, but to focus on whether or not your students are actually learning what it is that you want them to be learning. These assignments that we design, these formative assessments, will be practical. They will be thought-provoking to engage your students in conversation with you, their instructor, and with their peers in class. And these formative assessments will be relevant. They will be meaningful to students today, right now. Thank you so much for your time today.